Taurus. It's your girl, JV. Breezes. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2021. Y'all be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Everything is rolling out shortly. I'm getting everything done in a very timely manner, as you may be as well. For daily tarot readings, check me out on Instagram at justj_everything. And for other dope shit I do, check out my website, justjeverything.com. So it's funny because I said something like about getting things done in a timely manner, and I feel like you guys actually are getting things done in a timely manner. It just may not feel like it to you. And that's the thing about, fixed earth beats fixed air. It's just like scattered desert. Things may be feeling a little dry. But there is, I feel like, an opportunity to clutch to something new. A new hobby, a new craft, a new exercise, or intensifying an existing craft or exercise, or intensifying an existing workout, things of that nature. Also cleaning, purging, detoxing came up, maybe even doing some kind of a fast that you research and run up against, your medical situations. But really establishing space. It could be a new space, or just making a space that you've been in feel new. Cleansing the space may be needed. It's just like time to get in Empress mode. That's how it feels. But definitely possibly scatterbrained. So get organized as soon as possible before Pisces season. And So take a deep breath, Taurus. Exhale. Inhale. Let me ask for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for nothing flipped over. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2021. I feel like some of you actually are really focused. Like, you're aware of the scatterbrained thing, so you're trying to get a handle on it. So keep up with the good fight. For sure. And with Venus and Capricorn, I just first card out. 8 of Swords. Some of you may be feeling stuck, aware of your own cage. What's coming to light are the ways that you've kept yourself stagnant, the ways that you've kept yourself restrained, especially maybe out of loyalty to someone. Some of you may be keeping yourself from doing something out of loyalty to someone else, or pursuing a new partner, or a new connection, or a new friendship, or a new sexual connection, because you're in your head and looping about something that isn't a real reality. It's like you're not seeing things clearly. Blindfolds on. What are you not really looking at, Taurus? What needs to be examined, unpacked? What self-limiting beliefs or outdated, mindsets, outdated programmings are keeping you stuck and keeping you caged within, maybe even secretive, like having a hard time articulating. And granted that Aquarius season detachment can feel good for you guys. I just don't know if it is good for you guys. Yeah, wow. Some of you guys are maybe looping in the mind in regards to old conflicts or grief or sadness, loss, suffering, regrets, remorse. But some of you are stuck in your head about a third-party situation or open relationships, possible polyamory. Some of you are still stuck in your head about someone that you really, really love. Someone that you really love, or maybe someone that you loved and lost, or maybe something that got messed up, or an unresolved conflict possibly. But it's time to like cross the bridge. Your ruling planet, and I feel like this is coming to like completion. Things are starting to feel in sync. Things are going to start, like you're starting to see, you know, through the veil. A lot of it's like what's coming in Aquarius season is like clear vision. Like it's time to really look at it. Look at what's going on. Examine your sadness. And actually 5 of Cups came out for Aries as well. That was actually like the first card out for Aries. And so there may be some tie to or sadness or loop or cycle or something going on with someone with heavy Aries or water or air placements. I feel like it gets deep, Taurus. It is deep. Some of you are really taking a look at your cycles. Mental health may be a thing that's coming up. How's your mental health? Are you doing everything that you can be doing? Maybe some of you are studying mental health or diving into that, diving into healing. But it's just like getting out, it's like freedom. It's like Venus was in Sagittarius and you guys were feeling young, wild, and free, and now it's in Capricorn, and things are really like, really real. You know, like there may be this stark reality, and you may be really feeling restricted, you know, and that is Saturn. I feel like in Capricorn, Venus is actually coming up on Saturn. I'm not sure when they conjunct. I should have looked at that. But the message is here either way, that it's just like what needs to be examined is how are you holding yourself back? This feels like confinement. It's even like cards don't even want to come out. It's like, and you guys, it's like close to your chest. Yeah, it's something like that really means, like it's just really heavy right now, possibly for some of you. Some of you are really breaking out of this cycle, and it's like because of the confinement and the time that you spent to break those chains off of your heart, off of your mind. Now you're in a place of planning. Some of you may have to travel for a funeral or travel for like a memorial service, or may have been sad about missing that, or missing a ceremony possibly, or something of that nature. But Taurus, center of the reading, it's like the ball's in your court. And it's time to really make some decisions about where you want to go, what you want to do. Do you want to do the same like tried and true path, or are you ready to take the road less traveled? And if you take the road less traveled, understand that a part of that is facing your shadow. And I feel like that's where a lot of you are. Like you're willing to put in the work. And that's what comes of Aquarius season, is this willingness, that Taurian willingness to just do. And it's time to like, things are coming up and it's just like, let's just look at it. Let's just get it done. So that you can be like a whole, like back comfortable in your skin, like your whole self. Not feeling like you need to confine yourself, or box yourself in, or make yourself small, or playing it small to keep other people comfortable, or being polite to keep other people comfortable. No, it's like the ball's in your court. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, boo. But understand that in taking this road less traveled, what is required of you is doing the soul work, doing the shadow work, really taking a look at your mental habits, the ways that you've held yourself back, the thoughts that you're thinking need to be examined. The words that you're speaking about yourself and about your future need to be examined. Like, your belief system is really, I feel like, being challenged. What you hold about yourself to be true is, I feel like, is being challenged, and you're really seeing and feeling like you're wanting to expand. Especially once Venus goes into Aquarius, it's like you guys are getting to the point where you're wanting to expand. Yeah, and get over the hump. 7 of Wands. From the 2 of Wands to the 7 of Wands, it's like when you take the road less traveled, I'm telling you. And some of you, it's like you already you've already done this. That's what this feels like. It's like you've decided to put in the work. You've decided to do something new. You've decided to just not do it the same way you used to do it before. I hope you guys can see this. And when you do, your spirituality, your passion, everything ramps up. Sorry, I didn't know if I was serving you too much titty. But things really ramp up. And part of the shadow work, I feel like some of you may be losing friends. Some of you may be like, every person is alone. There's some of you may be, I mean, yeah, we're in quarantine still, kind of, but like, some of you may be just like still in isolation mode, or like really tuning into and choosing solitude, or choosing to have quality alone time. And if that is not the case, then that may need to be the case. What's going on with the company that you're keeping? All this Aquarian energy is going to have us really taking a deep look at all of our groups and our community and the people that we associate ourselves with. And there may be a need for you to be honest, like, do I really want to put my hand to this? Do I really want to like continue this relationship or continue this connection? Some of you are just outright like dealing with opposition, like people with a lot of opinions, people with shit to say. And it's important that you maintain the high ground that you've gained. Do not stoop to anyone's level. Do not freaking don't retaliate, and don't be petty. Thank you. Hey, and look at that. When you defend and stand your ground, some of you are wanting to make a choice, and you're having to defend a choice that you make. And like your family, your friends, or your parents may be like, no, this is like, that's crazy for you to do this. But you feel like pulled or called already. And it's like you're making a choice about following your gut, following your spirit. And if you do, yes, you're going to have to defend your decision. Yes, you're going to have to make a plan. Yes, you're going to have to get organized so that you can properly defend yourself and really become someone who is King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, a masterful. This is public success. This is like when you take a risk and choose to do something that really feels like the world to you, something that really feels you're really passionate about. When you choose to do that, there is this reward, recognition. The divine is aware of you. The divine like sees your hustle. So there's upgrades coming in. But you have to stand your ground and do it in a very professional way. It doesn't need to be like, even if you're dealing with your family and like, you know, like let's say you're the one like Bernie babe in a Trump household. And so it's just like, you feel like everyone you love is against you, or even like at the workplace, or possibly this is about defending yourself, but you don't need to like involve yourself in every conversation. And a part of defending yourself can be not not just knowing when to say no, but knowing when to like walk away or like not to even approach the situation, like learning to read the room a little bit, learning to and to take the time to do that, to see if like is this energy that I want to intermingle with. Let's get into it. Whew. Y'all already on one. Alright, Taurus, let's get into it. I honestly don't even want to clarify this shit because I already think that it's in the past, but for some of you, it's stuff that is definitely coming up to the surface. So, please clarify. Actually, let's clarify them together. Please clarify the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. How can Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising best deal with any like residual outdated beliefs, outdated or grief, pain, loss? It does not, even if it's not outdated, if it's how can they best deal with their confinement and their sadness? How can they best, outside of just, you know, choosing to get organized, because that's clearly what happens next, but how can they deal with this and overcome this? Deep breath. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2021. Please clarify the 8 of Swords and 5 of Cups. The cards are so reticent for you guys. Wow. Temperance, 10 of Cups. Some of you are just like, need to acknowledge that you're in recovery. Like, and some of you, there's like, there are truths coming out, or there are truths coming out, or things to be said in regards to maybe a Pisces or Sagittarius that, like, there's, I feel like a new chapter, a new emotional chapter, a new emotional cycle coming in with that. Like, there may be, it's like maybe like let's be friends type thing, or like you guys are maybe sad about some kind of emotional cycle, or sad about, some of you are dealing with substance abuse. Some of you, this is like the substance abuse is affecting your family. There may be a Sagittarius with substance abuse that's really impacting your family and your idea of happiness. Or a Pisces that is in need, or it like, there could just be a pull there. Either way, there's just like pain here. And it's like you have the opportunity to have a new emotional cycle and experience a new kind of fulfillment with the 10 of Cups here. But it may be, you know, after some really upsetting shit. And I don't feel like, oh, this is a second chance that comes like, oh, I don't know. For some of you, it may be. For some of you, it may be like, if there are people with substance abuse issues that they're dealing with, or there are mental health issues that are going on, maybe in you or in someone else, it's like, yes, you absolutely can experience fulfillment and happiness, but it may not be like that pretty picture that you thought it would be, or with the person that you thought it would be. And that is something worthy of recovering from. You need to take the time to pour into yourself, to give the love that you want to give to someone else so desperately to yourself. And in giving that love to yourself, you set yourself free and really tend to this. For some of you, this is like maybe even seasonal depression. And it's time to like get regimented, get organized in regards to this. Because Taurus, 2 of Wands in the center of the reading, like this feels like an important decision lies in the heart of Aquarius season for you. And this decision is just like, are we going to stay here, or are we moving forward? What's the trajectory, Taurus? Because it's really up to you. Because you could absolutely stay here and continue this fucking loop over and over and over. But why? For what? For what? Because the Ten of Cups never comes in the form that you think that it is. And you gotta go through a fuck ton of rain to get that rainbow. But it starts with, look at that. To experience that togetherness, it starts with, for you guys, definitely, I mean, for everybody, but it's like, it starts with you pouring into yourself. The Two of Cups is that true love, soulmate love card, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, you can't really, how the fuck you gonna love somebody else if you're not loving yourself? You're not drinking water. You're not keeping yourself, like, together. You're not hydrated. You're not feeding yourself or taking the supplements or doing the shit you need to be doing. There is something about, like, self-restraint here. And some of you are caught up in what looks like a toxic cycle, or you are in a place of, like, your grieving may be, like, starting to get to a point where it's like, okay, do we want to just stay here? Or what do we want to do with that person? If those of you dealing with, you know, loss and remorse, would that person want your life completely derailed? They would not want you giving up. Some of you may be really thinking about someone that you loved that passed or transitioned on. Please clarify the Seven of Wands. What does Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what do they need to defend themselves from? What do they need to be guarded about? What do they need to defend themselves from? Ooh. Pregnancy? Maybe somebody... Or maybe there's issues with your mother or a mother-in-law. Defending yourself from maybe spending too much money, being too lavishly, or like retail therapy possibly. Try, especially spending money on other people. Either way, but look at that. Look at God. The blindfold comes off. Eight of Swords to the Nine of Wands. The blindfold comes off once you choose to get a plan of action, choosing to like be super intentional with your trajectory in life and where you want to go, and are your actions paving the way for the future that you want? And that's what's really is coming up to mind. So male or female, either way, like if you don't want to have a kid, wrap it up, be safe. Some of you may be dealing something with like a mother-in-law or like someone's mom or someone who is really like maybe high and mighty, that you're just like tired of. You may be having to like, that's what I'm saying. Some of you are like, it's like family shit. But also, Taurus, I feel like you're defending yourself from like fucking, like playing yourself. Stop fighting yourself. It's time to take the blindfold off and really look at yourself, Taurus. It's Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Look at yourself and how you're behaving and what you're doing. And is what you're doing really conducive to creating the existence that you want? Is it? Because some of you, this is definitely family related, or like your chosen family, maybe even. It's just like, also like check your ego so that you're not missing money. Some of you may be like, no, I don't want to do that because it's beneath me, or I don't want to do that because whatever. It's like, all right, then miss that money if you want to. But also I feel like some of you, it's really important that you just take the blindfold off, look at yourself, look at the ways that you can take better care of yourself, and understand that when you take the best care of yourself, you're able to really contribute and take care of your family and move forward. Please clarify the Six of Wands. Because there is something, those of you who are doing something with business or have an established business or are trying to start something, there's absolutely abundance and opportunity available to you. Out external recognition for things that you are internally very proud of and very passionate about. And my favorite thing about this card is the look on the horse's face. It's like he's looking up at him. It's like, I see you, bitch. Hey, we moving. We doing this. Oh, you doing it. That's how it just feels. It's just like, I see you. Wow. And when you move forward, you break through the status quo. Breaking through any judgment. Things are really going to be changing maybe for you guys by way, and the Tower doesn't feel negative. It feels like breakthrough. You guys really getting established, really possibly like forward progress or healing in regards to someone with heavy Aries or Taurus or Scorpio placements. Maybe Libra too. There's progression, like moving past something. And whatever comes to an end, let it end, and don't judge yourself for it. Don't, even if people, that's what I'm saying. Also, people may be judging you or asking a lot of you, or like asking you to explain stuff or something. And if you don't have it, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. But either way, this does look like the tables are turning. The scales are recalibrating. And someone may be pouring it. Actually, those of you, it'd be smart for you to take some kind of course or study something or continue to develop some kind of skill. Maybe a mentor coming in that really changes stuff. A mentor like giving you recognition or putting you on or sharing you or something like that. And it creates curiosity in investors and things of that nature. So, it's important to just get in a place of stillness, moderation, patience, listening, self-restraint, so that you can really put yourself in a position to get yourself out of your comfort zone, Taurus, and pursue your happiness and pursue your dreams. And this red cloak that follows you is just like you choosing to move forward, choosing to educate yourself and stop judging yourself, stop giving a fuck what other people have to say. You really challenging tradition or looking at maybe doing something the traditional way or choosing to break tradition, this looks like, doing something really unconventional. Will get you noticed and get you seen, and the tables will turn. The scales recalibrate, they balance out, and you get to a point where you can absolutely get out of your comfort zone, leave what is established, and take what's with you, the information, the wisdom, the knowledge, the passion, the heartbreak, the lessons from it, the misunderstandings, the conflict resolution. You could take it all with you and establish a new foundation in your physical reality because you're a fucking badass. I love you.